Yeah, it's good to see you guys. I guess first of all, just a great job by West Virginia and Coach Brown. Their fight and their execution really showed up tonight. I thought to start the game we came ready to play. I'm disappointed, and I think we're all frustrated with just our execution, really at critical points. I thought there was a lot of good things. We could not make that next play. We could, whether it was we're up and we got to make a play to stop a drive, to kind of halt a momentum, emerging momentum. We never could do that, and there's a whole bunch of reasons for that. Whether it was alignment or assignment, and so a fair amount to clean up there. And then, I think the other piece that plays with it is we're still fighting the battle in special teams for improvement and for consistency, and to really have that as a weapon for us. And so, that obviously showed up tonight as well. But in all of it, in all of the punches that we took, some of which were self-inflicted, I thought that guys continue to fight. So proud of that, and something to build off of. Take any questions you guys got.
Maybe any update on Blake?
No, both Blake and Squirrel went out with head injuries, and so I think they'll get looked at tomorrow, and we should have an idea then.
Dave, how did you feel like Kyron came in and handled things in that situation?
I thought there was a calmness with him, and there was I thought there was a strong presence with him in the pocket when he was able to kind of rear back and throw it. And I thought the offense really took to him. And so that was really good to see. I think, that last 2-minute drive kind of colors, the opposite view. They were working their flush rush, and that was affecting us. But I think prior to that, I thought he was able to stick his foot in the ground and really hammer some balls in with some really impressive throws. And so there's a lot to build off of with his throw game. Impressed with him.
Hey, what do you feel like it's going to take kind of turn things around here going?
I think we've got to continue to teach everything. I think tonight, and this is hard to say after a loss, but I thought we showed up wanting to be there. I thought we showed up wanting to fight. You could feel that in the locker room. You could feel it on the sidelines. That guys wanted to be there. They wanted to fight, and we had to really teach that. And there's a whole bunch into that. We have to teach. I have to do a better job of teaching how to finish and how to close out drives, finish drives on offense. We're missing the complementary football part, where if an offense gets something going, defense shuts it down, offense adds on even more. Right now, we're trading one score for another score, really 2 weeks in a row, and so we have to really finish that next play, that next drive. That's what's missing.
They look like a lot of missed tackles on defense. You haven't had that issue really a lot.
Yeah, I think secondary-wise, our MO has been to play real thick alignments up front and two gap. And then with our back end, really kind of bracket receivers and double receivers, and we were doing that tonight. And I think, they were completing passes into that, which a lot of folks up to this point have not. And so, into the teeth of the coverage, they were completing things. And so there's a whole lot in terms of just why that was occurring, whether it was misalignments and technique. And or lack of rush. But then once that started to happen, then guys started to push and stress and try to do too much, and then that affected the run game. And so, I think that it starts with, if we're in a pass coverage and they're throwing a route into coverage, right, we have to execute so that doesn't happen. And then I think the other piece goes once the run game kind of starts to go, right, having everybody trust in doing their job so that guys to the right and left of them can do theirs. That was wilted away tonight.
Coach, did you feel like you got everything out of that bye week that you were hoping to get, or were there some areas that were lacking?
Well, you would love to have a win coming off of a bye, but I thought there was a lot of truth that was spoken, I feel, and there was a lot of there's a lot of work put into fundamentals, and things that you'd like to say would equate to a win, and it's awfully unfortunate that it didn't. But it really shows that there's much more work to do. And so I think for us to approach it from a teacher's perspective and really meet guys where they're at and get them to be at their best in a real kind of tough and critical time is everything right now. And so we're all about it.
As this, you have 590 yards total offense, but still lost.
Yeah, it's obviously frustrating we don't bring home the win, but we got a lot of good things out of this game. We know what we can do offensively. We're just gonna continue to work. Yeah, it sucks we lost, but there's still a lot of football left.
Kevin, how did you feel like Kyron handled it?
Yeah.
Having to go in like that?
No, yeah, I think I'm extremely proud of Kyron. He came in, he made some big time throws. It's not easy to come into a situation like that and have to kind of take over the team essentially. And I thought he did a great job.
Was there something y'all saw in their defense that you thought you could exploit and particularly with passes deep downfield?
Yeah, we knew they played a lot of cover 4, so safeties are going to play deep, corners are going to bail. So we knew the middle of the field was going to be open a lot. So we just tried to exploit that and take advantage of that.
Is that what happened on your touchdown?
Yeah.
Just get a quick slant?
Yeah, it was just quick. Like I said, we knew they were going to bail out of there. There's not going to be a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. So, yeah, that's what that was.
Yeah, but did you feel like you would have a lot of opportunities coming into this game, or did it just kind of work out that way?
Oh, yeah. Coaches put their belief in me, especially this past week in practice. And, yeah, came out here, didn't get the job done, so.
What's it going to take to kind of turn things around, do you think?
I think we just got to stay together. Like I said, there's still a lot of football left, and we know what we're capable of. The biggest thing is we can't fall apart. We got to stay together and just keep pushing. A lot of games left, a lot of big time games left.
What was the message being shared in the locker room after the game?
Kind of like what I just said. Stay together. Keep fighting. There's still got a lot of games left, big time games. Still have a lot of opportunity, and we know we're a really good team. So just to stay together and keep pushing together as a team.
Kevin, was that tough to see Blake have to go out? He was really playing really well again.
No, yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Especially seeing a hit like that, it's kind of scary. But like I said, prayers up for Blake. We hope he's all right. But, we have a lot of faith in Kyron as well. And I think he came in and handled himself really well. So I'm proud of him for that.
Dylan, obviously the defense had its issues tonight and tackling and so forth. What was happening for you guys out there?
It's hard to tell off of first impressions, obviously, since we haven't seen the film yet, but didn't feel like we were able to pressure the passer enough tonight. Missed some tackles, certainly, some missed assignments, and it starts with me. I wasn't able to pressure the quarterback when I was mugged up in some Mike pressure looks, and that's on me. I had a couple missed tackles, and that's on me. So it really starts with the leadership kind of owning that and just taking ownership, and I think it'll fall down to the rest of the guys.
do you think your interception might have kind of, that could have been a big turning point?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really get caught up in macro trends or kind of momentum during the game, but yeah, obviously always good to get turnovers. Want to get 3 a game, but I'm not sure we had that today. So that's been an emphasis for us. Want to continue to get more of those. So that'll be a focus moving forward after a few days off, and then back on it to go through the rest of the season. So.
It's just how frustrating was it? I mean, knowing that you needed a bounce back there and not being able to get it here. I mean, obviously Baylor had one here, but how frustrating was that for you?
Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, it's kind of like a broken record. We talk about the same things. It's really simple, the things you need to do to win, but they're not easy things to do. Felt like we didn't do them. We didn't do simple better today, especially defensively. I mean, the offense did a really great job, but we just didn't do our part. So, needed to play complementary football, and we didn't really do that today. So that's obviously disappointing. And but we also recognize there's 6 games left, or however many games there are. So we absolutely have an opportunity to turn around and kind of have a season to be proud of. So.
Dylan, did you feel like the bye week helped you guys? You feel like y'all got some things straightened out?
It was really a normal week to us from the standpoint of, yes, we had 1 day off, I think, but we went into it like a normal game week. The scheduling was the same, so last Friday was Sunday for us, and then we went through a normal game week, normal schedule, everything. So Saturday night we were on the practice field, Sunday night we were on the practice field. So don't feel like it was anything that different. We did get a chance to self-scout a little bit, so got a chance to look at some things there. But, I mean, if you watch the tape pretty closely, I think we know what our deficiencies are. And so it's just about going about improving those in a systematic manner. And that comes with intentional practice. And I'm sure Coach has hammered that into you guys. Is we need to continue to practice intentionally and have energy on the practice field. And felt like we did that this week. So obviously pretty disappointing to not see that show up on Thursday night game day.